OriginPC desktops offer premium build quality and 24/7 US-based customer support. Find out more at the link in the description below. Hello, and welcome to the next episode of Dead MMOs I Played as a Kid. This time, we're going to talk about LEGO Universe. LEGO Universe, in case you couldn't tell, was an MMO published by LEGO Group in late 2010. The game was developed by NetDevil, who had previously worked on other MMOs under the names of Jumpgate and Auto Assault. LEGO Universe was released on October 26, 2010, and was quite a hit for everyone. LEGO being the family-friendly company they are, this made sense. This MMO had quite the interesting plot, although no final boss unlike that of Fusionfall. The story goes that years ago, a team of 4 characters sought out the last essence of pure imagination, a precious resource. However, upon discovery, one of the characters named Baron Typhonus, I don't know how to English, was fused with the imagination to create the Maelstrom, a main enemy tribe in the game. The planet that was home to the resource exploded, and the Maelstrom exploded into thousands of worlds, causing some kind of apocalypse, although not as bad as Fusionfall's apocalypse. Once this happened, the characters formed a group of heroes called the Nexus Force, each with their own factions, these being Paradox, Sentinels, Venture League, and the Assembly, led by Vanda Darkflame, Duke Exeter, Hailstorm, and Dr. Overbuild, respectively. It is the player's mission to join a faction, defeat Baron Typhonus, and save the LEGO Universe. That's why they call it that, because it's a big universe. However, one problem stands in the way of your mission. There's no final boss in the game as far as I know, thus making the story impossible to complete. On to the game itself! The LEGO Universe consisted of many worlds. These range from a pirate-infested forest, to a vast ninja garden, to a ninja monastery. This game was all over the place, and the best way it could be. You could say it was out of this world. I'll tell you how to make your jokes. Unlike most MMOs in this series, the game's membership was actually kind of decent. While it did block a majority of the game, a problem that most other MMOs suffer from, it didn't feel like much of a hindrance compared to the previous games in the series. While yes, it suffers from the usual blocks 70% of the game trap that all MMOs tend to fall in, it didn't feel like it was constantly begging you for a membership. Rather, you had space to move around instead of the tutorial level. 2 worlds, in fact, and you still have plenty of missions and a building plot to build things you collected. This, I think, is a membership done decently. That's not to say it's perfect in every respect, but comparatively better than others in this series. In the game, you have 4 factions to choose from when you get to Nexus Tower, as already mentioned before. And if you already forgot, then there's a retention bar on the bottom of the video. I suggest you make good use of it. Each faction has their own special missions that grant access towards faction-exclusive gear. Each faction also has 3 different gear sets to work towards, and this exclusive gear can only be fought with special tokens. So, I mentioned building plots. These were earned by defeating a boss on the property itself. After doing so, you can register it and build on it. What do you build with, you may ask? Well, Mega Blocks, of course. No, look at the title of the video. Title's down there. YouTube 2006 is going through my brain. After defeating enemies and building structures on your adventure, you will have collected tons of LEGO bricks and models to use. Using these bricks, you can build incredible things. There were build contests to even show off talented creations. However, this freedom led to not age-appropriate structures, which is one of the smaller reasons why the game was ultimately shut down. One of my favorite things to do, aside from playing the main story, was going to the ninja monastery and practicing Spinjitzu. Spinjitzu! The ninja monastery was there to promote the then-new Ninjago TV show and series of LEGO sets. Players could be a Spinjitzu ninja in one of the 4 elements being fire, ice, earth, and lightning. The player also fought bosses from the TV show, which at the time, I thought was pretty cool. Earlier, I mentioned worlds. Let's go over what sites you can see without membership via the JPEGotron. You start your adventure in a giant ship called the Venture Explorer. Your goal is to collect 3 rocket parts so you can build a rocket and escape from the ship since it's being infested with Maelstrom. This level is meant to teach you the bare bones of the gameplay, which is running, jumping, and building. Specifically rockets, not building structures with tiny little Lego pieces. That doesn't come until later. After escaping from the Venture Explorer, you land in a vast field called Avant Gardens. This decently sized area is meant to show you basic mission scenarios and gives you access to 2 free build properties upon area completion. While I'd love to go on and on about every single one of these worlds, that would stretch the video way too long for me, so we'll just talk about some of the most notable places in the game. The first area worth noting is Nimbus Station, which was essentially the members hub. This gave you access to faction vendors, racetracks, and even the Battle of Nimbus Station, which was a multi-wave survival minigame where you have to last as long as you can in Nimbus Station's past, back when all the Maelstrom first started invading. It was all these features that I think was a great incentive for membership, and it sure worked on me. The other huge area was Nexus Tower. This was not only the home of the last remain of Imagination Nexus, but it's also where you get faction-specific missions, and also it's, really cool looking. Although, what would make this game a lot better is if there was an area made for people that spent money on a magazine subscription. Oh wait, there was! For those who don't remember, LEGO made a magazine called LEGO Club for those who paid a yearly subscription. There weren't any missions or anything, but it was LEGO's attempt at an incentive for subscribing to a magazine. Personally, I never got it just for this special room. In fact, the footage on the JPEGotron up here is a fan revival project that lets me teleport anywhere. Not even original game footage from anybody. Okay, so let's get into its downfall. As I mentioned before, it launched on October 26, 2010, so what happened? It all started in August of 2011. At this time, LEGO Universe decided to go free-to-play since every other MMO in that time period was following suit. However, unlike those MMOs, LEGO Universe didn't exactly use the free-to-play model as it was supposed to be used in order for it to be effective. You see, a free-to-play game model usually makes the entire game free, and revenue comes from players buying power-ups or expansion packs or something of some kind of value to the gameplay. Now, LEGO Universe did offer the rest of the game for a $15 monthly fee, aka a membership, which defeats the purpose of a free-to-play game. Thus, the downfall of LEGO Universe happened due to a lack of subscribers contributing to the game. When mentioning block properties, I said that people made phallic symbols in the game, causing the shutdown. This is true, but not exactly a reason per se. The problem with this is that LEGO needed to hire moderators to scan properties for said phallic symbols, but moderators were quite expensive. Players found workarounds anyway. So it wasn't the symbols themselves that made the game lose money, it was the cost of build plot moderators. For the last month, all players had free membership. Even the admins, who were referred to as the Mythrans, gifted players various items as a goodbye thing. Then the game closed on January 31st, 2012. This was the shortest lasting MMO in this entire video series. However, not all is lost, of course. There's a number of revival projects in the works to bring back the blocky world we all loved. I'm not talking about Minecraft. If you go to the link in the description below, you can find a list of all the current revival projects. The developers are awesome people to talk to. Shout out to you guys. If you want to see a shorter video talking about LEGO Universe and its impact on kids in the general community, click the link in the description right below the straw poll. Speaking of straw poll, vote in the straw poll below for the next MMO for me to talk about. If you like what you watched, I encourage you to subscribe here with notifications on so you get all my videos in your sub box. If you want to see me live, follow my Twitch channel in the description below. Bye-bye!